Let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered if that 30-minute jog you skipped last week actually made you more likely to catch a cold? Winter has this way of turning your gym routine into a distant memory. But what if I told you that your exercise habits might be the difference between a mild sniffle and a full-blown flu? I mean, we've all been there, scurrying through the office like a zombie after a week of slacking, only to realize that your immune system is basically on vacation. But here's the kicker. Your workout routine might be more important than you think when it comes to surviving the winter germ apocalypse. Let me break this down for you. You know how your body feels after a good workout? That rush of energy, the way your muscles hum with life? Well, it turns out your immune system is basically doing a happy dance too. When you exercise, your muscles release these little chemical messengers called myokines, which are like the immune system's version of a superhero suit. They mobilize natural killer cells and T cells, sending them on patrol through your bloodstream. But here's the twist. This immune boost doesn't last forever. Within hours, your body resets. But researchers believe that repeated workouts act like a training montage for your immune system. Over time, your body gets better at spotting viruses and mounting a defense. It's like building muscle, but for your white blood cells. What's fascinating is that this isn't just a short-term fix. It's a long game. The more you exercise, the more your body becomes a fortress against seasonal bugs. But wait, there's a catch. I mean, there always is, right? If you're one of those people who thinks hitting the treadmill for 2 hours a day is the key to immortality, think again. Studies show that extreme endurance training can temporarily weaken your immune system, creating what scientists call the immune J-curve. Picture this, you're training for a marathon, and suddenly your body is more likely to catch a virus. But here's the good news, this mostly affects elite athletes. For the rest of us, a daily walk or a yoga session isn't going to tank our immunity. In fact, the research is pretty clear. Even moderate exercise like a brisk walk or dancing in your kitchen can reduce inflammation and keep your immune system firing on all cylinders. What many people don't realize is that the key isn't intensity, it's consistency. You don't need to be a gym bro to reap the benefits. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. When you're already sick. I've seen people try to sweat out a cold with a spin class, but that's not how it works. Exercise won't shorten the duration of a cold, and pushing through symptoms when you're feverish is a terrible idea. Your body needs rest, not a high-intensity workout. But here's where it gets interesting. If you're just feeling run down, not actually ill, a gentle walk might actually help. It's all about the neck check. If your symptoms are above the neck, like a runny nose, light exercise is probably fine. But if you've got a chest cough or a fever, your body is screaming for you to hit pause. This raises a deeper question. How do we balance staying active with listening to our bodies? It's a tightrope walk, and the answer isn't one size fits all. And let's not forget the winter motivation crisis. I mean, who wants to brave the cold when your bed feels like a warm hug? But here's a thought. Maybe you don't need to run outside. Break your workouts into chunks, move indoors, or even dance around your living room. The key is treating exercise like an appointment, not a luxury. You don't need to train like an Olympian. Just aim for 150 minutes of moderate activity a week. That's less than 30 minutes a day. And if you're struggling, find a friend to hold you accountable. The point isn't perfection. It's progress. What makes this really interesting is how much of our health depends on habits we can control, like exercise, rather than waiting for a vaccine or a miracle cure. So, here's the takeaway. Regular exercise isn't a magic bullet, but it's one of the few tools we have to tilt the odds in our favor during flu season. It's not about being invincible, it's about building resilience. And in a world where we're constantly fighting off germs, that's a win. But don't take my word for it. Next time you're tempted to skip that workout, ask yourself, am I choosing comfort, or am I choosing a stronger immune system? Because in the end, the choice is yours, and it might just save you from a week of sneezing and misery.